Yo, what's up, beautiful people? I am Big Key. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Big Key's Corner. I'm gonna bring this YouTube channel alive now, y'all. This is where we're gonna put all these real talk conversations down. But anyway, let's get to it. I'm here to talk about my new conversation. New conversation is, what is your love language? And when you think about that question, also, do you believe in the statistics? I believe in the statistics. Basically, statistic is when, everybody, it's like a survey or something where they collect and gather information, like data or something through surveys, people experiments. I believe in it, of course. But when it comes to what's your love language, my attitude with that is forget those statistics. What's your love language? That's what I want to know. Everybody's love language is different. Mine is different. What's your love language? For me, my love language, man, I'm a simple person, but I have a love language, and mine is pretty much quality time, of course. I don't know anybody who don't want quality time. Mine is, uh, you know, probably hanging out with that person, over a nice dinner, brunch, anything like that. But we all have a love language, and like I said, mine is simple. It's probably more to it, but for right now, it's all about that quality time. And if you find the right person, if I find the right person, and for me, and we spend some quality time together, that's enough for me, because I can get to know you a whole lot better, and we can kind of draw close to each other. So that's what my love language is. um, I like gifts. I don't like, I'm not gonna say I don't like gifts because I don't want anybody's like, I like gifts. Everybody like gifts, but I'm the type of person, I like buying gifts, even if it's for just family or friends or a special occasion or something. I don't know. I like going out buying gifts for people. There's something about that. That's like the holiday season. You know what I'm saying? If I can have one good holiday, I haven't had one lately, but if I can have one good holiday where I can go out and shop for loved ones, and shop for the significant other if there's one around that time, then that's what I enjoy. I enjoy stuff like that. But I'm not saying I'm just gonna be spending money around the bank on people, but I'm just saying I'm a giver. I'm a giver. I'm learning to, I receive, but I ain't gonna say I'm not. I'm learning to receive, but I'm a giver. But my love language is simple, and it's different now. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wanted to bring this conversation to the table, because it's so different now. And like I said, everybody has a different love language. So the question is, what is your love language when you think about that? The dating game. I wanted to talk about the dating game, and it's like I said, it's totally different. And for me, I did some brainstorming, y'all. Anytime I'm doing this conversation, I'm brainstorming, man. I'm putting it all down. But the dating game for me is totally different. I'm sure it's different for all of us that you know was back when I was out. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, in our 20s, and even in our early 30s, and we were out having a good time, clubbing, partying, but still at the same time, everybody had their little significant other. But the dating game is totally different. But for me, to be honest to you, uh, I don't really know when it comes to dating. I don't know if I actually uh, been out on a real date. And you know what? I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take it. I've been out on dates, put it that way, because you meet people and you meet up with them. Well, I don't know if that's considered a date. So tell me, let's do this like this. If you meet somebody and you're trying to get to know them, you talk to them on the phone, but you meet up with them, is that considered a date? I'm asking. Tell me, because I don't want to just put that out there, because somebody might say that's not dating. Is that considered a date? Yes or no? Is that simple? Tell me. Because I mean, I've been out. I met up with people. I've taken people out to the movies. I met up with people to have dinner, and you know, with experience and how things are now, I'm thinking maybe they don't consider that as a date. You just, met up. So I guess a date will be considered if you are actually with that person and y'all decide, hey, this is what we're gonna do tonight. So y'all let me know what it is. Give me the breakdown, because I'm not in the limelight and I'm not actually out. I haven't been on a date in a long while, put it that way. So, but anyway, the dating game is totally different, man. And I wanted to talk about that. And I'm going to just play around with this conversation and just put it out there, because I really wanted to go live with it on my Instagram. But, I had to do a switch up because of certain terms have changed now. But anyway, what do y'all consider a date? And I mean, that's a good question for me to ask now, because it's so different. It's a different generation right now. And yes, we're in this generation with y'all, but y'all do things different. Y'all think different. Y'all bring different things to the table. So tell me what it is. Is going out on a date, is a real date considered going to the movies with somebody? Going out to the bar together, is that considered a date? Because I've seen men and women out at the bars and they look like they was on a date to me. So I don't know, but y'all let me know what it is, man. Definitely chime in these comments, y'all, and let's make this thing real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just putting it out here just to be playing around. Chime in for real. But what else I wanted to talk about when it came to that? Dang, I don't want to get too deep into it yet. I got some stuff on here, man, and I'm trying not to get too deep into it. But maybe I have to get deep into it. I don't know. But yeah, dating game and what's your love language? That's what I wanted to really talk about. And let's get back to the love language before I get too deep, because I was just looking at something. I'm like, ooh. But to me, when it comes to the love language, it's all about what you're looking for. I didn't say that, but it's all about what you're looking for. And that's why I do this brainstorming. It's all about what you're looking for. What do you want as far as love goes? That's like how I think. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, hey, tell me, I don't know. But look, I'm going to give you some examples of love language. When I was talking about statistics, these are some examples. Verbal love language. Using the verbal love language. It's like when you tell somebody I love you. But we really got to be careful with that out here, man. I'm gonna say that. Be careful with that I love you stuff out here, because I've noticed, not even just now, but before, people use that I love you, like y'all use that so loosely. If you don't love that person, definitely don't be telling somebody that you love them. If you don't even know the meaning of it, what's the meaning of that? Just don't say it. Leave it alone, man. Because some people will say it and you'll feel it one minute and then they don't feel it the next minute. So just leave that alone. But verbal love language is one of the examples of love language. Emotional love language, like unspoken, felt mutually. These are some examples that I looked up because I wanted to know what the research say. Visual love language, flirting, intention without intention, and oh my God, that's so real. That is so freaking real, man. I know it now. But flirting is a love language. You got to be careful with that one too. Be careful with who you flirting with, and know when you're flirting, what y'all flirting for. That's all I'm gonna tell you. But anyway, like I said, I noticed, like now today, in today's society and back in the day, it is totally different. We move different, which is why love is different meaning, because we all move different. We didn't move the same back then. And what I mean by that, it was, to me, it was anybody who was back in those, 90s, 90 era and 2000, coming out of, I came out in 94. But anybody back in that area, we moved different. And so things were different. Seeing somebody that you probably crushed or you probably was interested in, you liked, we were kind of bold about it. You know what I'm saying? And it was okay to be bold about it. It was safe, put it that way. Right now, it ain't safe. I think you should just, you see something, you need to, scope the scenery out, man. That's all I'm going to tell you. But it was safe back then. But, it was more like tag you in. You saw somebody, and if they went with somebody, tag, and either they like you or they didn't, and it was like you hit, and y'all was that thing. You had fun. It might not have worked out. It might didn't go the long run, but you had fun. We used to just fall in love, man. That's the part that is so different now. And I'm not saying go out there and start falling in love with anybody. I don't want to put that out there, but we did back in the day, man. We were them youngsters. We used to just fall in love. You walking around with that love in your eyes, and it was what it was, which is probably why we got a little heartbroken so fast. But that's what it was. We fell in love with who we tagged, and we went for it. You know what I'm saying? But like right now, it's slow motion, man. Right now, it's slow motion, especially for a woman in my age. I just turned 49 yesterday, just brought that in. So it's slow motion. I haven't been out in the limelight, and I haven't been on an actual date in a minute. Now, I've been single for a while, but I've met, a person or two in between that, and that didn't add up to anything. But I've been out, put it that way. I've been out. I've been out. Played around just a little, but not a lot. But, I came on back to the crib. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, now you have to go into that slow motion mode, which is the right thing to do. We probably should have did it back then, but like I said, it was safe haven. So we didn't have to worry about, it was a little heartbreak hotel back then, but like, I don't know how to describe it, y'all. Like the hurt game is the hurt game is different. I didn't even put that in the notes. I'm just throwing that out there because it's like right there. The hurt game out here right now is different. Like, ain't nobody playing around. The hurt game is totally different. And the crazy thing about it is the person that's doing it don't even care, so you got to be careful out here. You got to be slow motion. I'm saying real talk. It's more like slow your breath in, down, back up, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Write that stuff down if you with me and you just coming out here. Slow down, back up, wait a minute. That's my little cue. Slack up, back down, wait a minute. You feel me? Because it's real out here. So when it comes to dating now, this is what I was looking for right here. So I'm going to dig off into it, and then I'm going to go back. But this is what I was looking for right here. Which one I want to talk about first? Let's talk about meeting somebody and trying to get to know them. Let's talk about that. Text messaging. Y'all should have known that was coming, man. Text messaging, man. Where y'all at with it? Like, I get it. Technology has changed. It's upgraded us, I guess. I don't even know if it's upgraded us because we are so not humans anymore, man. Like this, like I remember meeting this lady at the T-Mobile. I was buying my phone, and her son came in there, and she was talking about her son. You see how he came in with his head down, and he just mumbled, asking his mama for some money, and she was talking about these kids have no way of knowing what communicating with a real live human in person means or is. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about it. Text messaging. You out here mingling and you meet somebody. You know, for me, I'm all about a quick text here and a quick text there because we got lives. You know, I work. Trust me, I work around the clock like everybody else do, man. But I don't really I'm not into these full blown out conversations off in a text message because things get so twisted so quick. I'm just not into it, man. So y'all gotta tell me, and I set this up right here because I want to be right here seeing that sunshine. But y'all gotta tell me, like, where y'all at with this text messaging stuff? Like, it's almost like we've accepted that this is the new way to communicate all the way around. Or am I the only one that feel like we gotta come back to Mr. Telephone Man? You know, I need to dial my baby number. You feel me? So I can hear her on the phone. Is anybody else like that? Or are y'all just caught up into this is what it is? We'll have a conversation on text. Like, I'm not into it. Like, that's the whole, for me, that's the change. That's what's changed out here. This text messaging, conversations throughout the day and the night. And I'm not even gonna lie, that mess drives me so, woo. It drives me crazy, like through the like it's one moment. If it's somebody I'm interested in, of course you sitting there with the little love hearts all in your eyes, and you like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But like after a while, when the conversation gets serious, put it that way, when it gets serious, when we need to talk about something serious on a serious level, when we're trying to really break this thing down, I need to, you know, where we at with it. You know, stuff like that. What's up? What you want? Are we going forward? Are we going forward with this, or you know, going out on a date? Where we going with this? What you want in life? You know, you want kids? I don't want kids. Do you want kids? What do you like? Stuff. When it comes to stuff like that, I'd rather have the conversation on the phone where we talking. Like texting, all that is just too much, man. It's so much. Like, y'all notice we so out of communication, our parents be texting us. And our parents is from, like, anybody my age. My mama them from that telephone that my mama was joking when we went down to the casino over the weekend. She was talking about something, how a kid, the mother had a telephone, I don't know, but she was saying the kid didn't know how to use it. He kept hanging up the phone. He didn't know how to use a telephone. Y'all, back in the day, folks, I'm talking to y'all. These 2000 kids, I don't even know if they know, but I'm talking about the telephone where it was in your grandma's house and you take it off the hook when you don't want people calling. The telephone. You didn't block anybody. You just pick it up and hang up on the telephone where you had all them little numbers in that little circle. Like, man, communication is so bad. Our parents is texting us like we're not. I remember one time my mom sent me a message on Messenger. I was just like, what in the world? Like, you know, I was looking at the messenger like, now she know. Like, you don't have my number? But like, this is how far out of communication we are, like when it comes to the texting. And my complaint with that when it comes to out here dating and trying to get to know somebody, I need to be able to talk to you. Not send some, and then remember when you sending that stuff through there so fast and you're trying to keep up with the message, misspell words. Ain't nobody got time to be trying. There's so much going on, y'all. Ain't nobody got time to be trying to be doing edits and all this stuff. I don't even edit no more. I'm just like, I don't even send. Sometimes I might go back and be like, dang. But in my mind, I'm like, they know what I'm talking about. But then you got these smart, these overeducated, don't have a college education. They just overly educated because they were raised, you know, my family, we Southern. We talk like this, you know what I'm saying? So to the world, the language ain't proper, you know. But you have these overeducated kids that like to use these big words and they trying to tell you how to talk. That's like, I don't have time to edit no text. You know what I'm talking about. That's my attitude. But when it comes to mingling and dating, I rather talk on the phone, man. Am I the only one? Come on, grown folks. Where my people in the 40s and the 50s at? Damn it. I'm at 49. Where y'all at? Because I need to get out and mingle and see what it is. But if all we gonna be doing is texting each other back and forth and whoop, 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 it's a waste of my time. Like, I need somebody who still know what it is to be a human. So where y'all at with that? Let me see what else I got on here, y'all. I noticed that I'm trying to break this down. I got it on here, and I know why I put it on here. I'm trying to break it down. So this is the scary thing about out here now. This is what's scary to me, is that we're on social media now, right? And I mean, sometimes I may see something that look nice on social media and want to say hi. Not meaning that I don't want to bring it. I want to say hi, but you know, if we connect in that manner, I want to bring it to the telephone so we stay on the same page. But what I'm noticing is that people are in full relationships, but they don't say it that they are in one on social. Now listen, I get it, your privacy, I get it. But if I'm in a full relationship with somebody, because y'all be bragging about these relationships. Oh, we've been together 5 years, 6 years, I'm 7 years out. You know what I'm saying? We 10 years out. Because they be bringing it, like throwing it to people, to me, like that. Especially when you're so single or you haven't had, you know, one of those full out relationships like that. I just haven't met. I don't feel bad about that. I just haven't met the right person. That's all it is. And I'm not the person that's going to just stay in a situation with somebody and I know that they not there with me like that, or they out cheating. We might as well break this up. I'm not, you know, I get it. We seen the grandparents do that back in the day, but I'm not into that. But I noticed that a lot of people don't put that on there, that they're in a relationship, and so you're flirting with somebody and you don't know because it don't say it. And I've had that happen to me like way back, where, you know, somebody was, you know, that's their person, but how am I supposed to know that? Like, how am I supposed to know? And not only that, if I flirt and they flirt back and you say that's your person, maybe this is why they don't have that information on there, because they not, it's something that ain't right. But that's another thing, is that I noticed that there's a lot of relationships and it's not, you know, people don't put it there, and then they'll go into, well, I don't want nobody to know my business. Nobody has to be in your business, but I mean, there's a question that says single, not, you know what I'm saying? It's just a simple question. It ain't telling it's saying that you're taking. So nobody needs to be flirting with you, but it is what it is, y'all. When it comes to going out on, meeting somebody and going out on a date, say y'all go out on a couple of dates. You connect with each other. And when I'm saying connect, y'all, I'm not talking about any type of sexual preference, because sex is a thing, and maybe that's a conversation down the road. I don't even think I had that conversation. Yeah, I ain't even had that conversation yet. I'll be teasing y'all with that, but down the road, maybe that's a conversation I want some face-to-face people talking about. But anyway, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about connect, like y'all connect, you know, mentally. You're on the same page, you vibing. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, and you more like, all right, let's keep going. So, you out in public? Are you out in public? Or are you pretending that you're just two people hanging out in public? You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to be considered babe, or when I say this stuff, I'm saying it because when I say back in the day, this is how simple it was for us back in the day. We had fun with it. This is how, when I say we just tag you it, that's how we was back in the day. You tag somebody, they it, and y'all into each other. You go out on a little date to the movies or whatever. You were holding hands, swinging your hands, and arm around them, and you were having a good time. But are we still doing that? Are we even still there? Do we have that? And I'm asking for a reason, because I'm just trying to see how different is it now. Because it just don't seem like love is in the air anymore when it comes to love. You know what I'm saying? How different is it now? Is what I'm saying. Because, people get so, like, I notice when you talk to people and you're vibing and you're making that connection, you got to be careful, man, because a lot of people, they'll vibe with you for a good minute, but when you get too close, it's like a lot of people, I've noticed women, they get scared and want to, it's like they running. But it's like either we're vibing or we not. That's what, my attitude. We're vibing or we not. If you're not looking for what I'm looking for, or you're not looking for a commitment, then, I've always said it, you don't need to be out here pretending that you are. So it's either we vibing or we not. It's just so different now. But yeah, y'all holler at me, man. I want to know, what it is now versus what it was then. I know what it was then, but somebody come and tell me, what are we out here doing now? You know what I'm saying? Let me see what else I got down. The dating breakdown. Yeah, that's, when meeting someone, the mode then versus what the mode is now. What is it? You know what I'm saying? Let me see what else. How I want to break this part down. I heard somebody talking about this. I seen a video where somebody was talking. I seen two people mention this. Was talking about people and their exes. I've had, I've dated people, and they kept their exes per se in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Now, I went in the back pocket. Forget the back pocket. And if you're in the back pocket, you ain't you nobody. But they was in the pocket. So like, where y'all at with this, man? When meeting someone, and when I meet somebody, I'm trying to break this down the best I can. I don't want to confuse nobody. When I meet somebody, I meet you. I want to get to know you. I want to know, what's your love language versus what's mine. I want to know what you like to do when it comes to going out on a date. Do you even like dating? Are you looking for some long term, short term, mid term, no term? You know what I'm saying? I want to get to know you. I don't really necessarily want to bring up nothing in my life from the past, because everybody got a past, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to talk about, like, down the road after we connect or something like that, and we having a heart to heart and something come up that's different. But I don't want to be like trying to get to know you, and all I'm talking about is, when I dated such and such, this and that. And I noticed that, like, when you out here mingling and you meet somebody and you talk and you do get them on the phone, or even on these text messages, they always talking about their exes. And so it's kind of like, you know, what's up with that, man? Like, I remember somebody doing that, and in my mind, I thought I said it to myself, that person is still with that person. You know what I'm saying? They haven't left that person. And they swear up and down that, nah, you know, we separated, Separated don't mean y'all not over. Especially if you still talking about that person. But when I meet somebody, y'all, I don't want to be talking about your ex. Like, I've been on the phone, and I kid you not, talking to somebody, and they get to talking about their ex. This is me on the other end of the line. Like, I'm over it. Like, why am I wasting my time sitting here listening to you talk about your ex? I'm not talking about them. We're talking about you and me. So I noticed that is big, and not only is it big, but it's a problem that people don't want to admit. Because the moment you say something about their ex, they go in defense. Oh, we still friends, you know, I still got love for them. Truth be told, I'm not friends with none of my exes. I don't have a problem with any of them, because 49, I don't know where the hell they at and what they doing, but I hope that they having the best life ever. I don't care what happened between us, but I hope they life right now. If they wanted kids, I hope they had them. If they wanted to be married, I hope they married. I hope they didn't see the world. I hope they having the best life ever. But we ain't friends. I'm not calling them. They not calling me. Period. And I am a little bit old school. When you get married to somebody, a lot of that stuff get cut out. Like, if you married to somebody, your husband or your wife don't want them folks calling you. So why are we doing that in the LGBT life? Why are we doing it? Straight married couples, them wives, them exes ain't calling. And if they do, it's a problem. If that man, woman, ex guy friend calling her, it's a problem. They not doing that. Why we doing it? Tell me, please. I don't get that. All this, oh, we still best friends, you know. I know they girl, I don't want I don't want to sound salty, y'all, but they don't need to be in my business. Like I said, I'm happy for them. But I noticed that when you meet people, it's hard to get to know them because everything is about their ex, man. XXX. So y'all definitely chime in. I'm throwing it out there. Like, I'm really throwing some stuff out there. I want to know. It's really why I brought this conversation to the table. And I wish that I had enough people to go live and maybe somebody would chime in and we can go back and forth. But anyway, for now we're going to do it like this. But let me see what else I want to talk about. How long when dating do you put feelings into the situation, into it? How long when dating? We'll come back to that question right there. So how long when you dating somebody and you realize that y'all have a connection, and I have these glasses on, so if I pull them down, y'all, I'm a distance away. I don't want to put the reading glasses on. But anyway, how long when dating someone and y'all making a connection, things is vibe, the vibe is great, how long after y'all dating do you put feelings into that? I know that, you know, it's hard to say you don't do it up front because everybody, I'm going to say this, and I'll defend it to the fullest. We all are made different. That's why everybody has a different love language. A lot of us are made different. A lot of us are old school lovers. We believe in love. You know what I'm saying? We believe in true love, and we believe if we feel something, that's what we feel. You know, we come from that era. You know, that's why the new generation, they talk about Keith Sweat crying and begging, but Keith Sweat, we still, like, I don't care what you say about him. I'm still I would love to go to a concert and still see all those songs that I listened to, that I jammed. I got so many Keith Sweat CDs still in there. And yes, he was crying and begging, but that's what real, true love was and is. The only thing is, y'all just don't accept it. It's too much. But back to it. How long, when dating, do you put your feelings into something? Do you just go natural with it? Natural with how you feel about this person? Like I was saying, it is what it is. This is what I feel. And or do you have a time frame put on it? Because I may feel something, but I may be like a little silent with it for the moment. I'm learning to just shut up about it and see what they feel. You know what I'm saying? And I may do that and be silent with it to see if this person, because the right thing to do, like right now, today, in the way things is to wait to see if that person, it's all right to bring it to their attention and talk about it, but be careful how you do it. But it's best to see, is this person feeling the vibe and what I'm feeling? Are we feeling the same thing? That's important, because if you're not feeling the same thing, then it's a sign that you may want to, either maybe you're going too fast for them. I don't know. That's something that can be an open conversation. So I'm gonna leave it right there. But like for y'all, is it a time frame? 6 months, a year? What? I'm gonna say 6 months, a year, but like, damn it, when you start saying 2 years before you put your feelings into something, like I don't know about that. Like, what is going on? But talk to me about it. How long in dating do you put your feelings into something? And I asked that question because I've been, around women, and you could tell that they don't want any kind of feelings involved. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the lovey-dovey stuff, none of that. And at the end of the day, you call it what you want to call it. If you're just looking for a one-night stand, y'all can clearly just say, I'm looking for a one-night stand, and not waste people's time. You know what I'm saying? But I'll let me on that, y'all. I'm gonna go back to this one, and then I'm gonna come back to that one. Oh, shit. I wasn't gonna curse on here, but I had to say shit on this one. Somebody brought this up to me, and it was crazy, because I was just like what? So when it comes to romance, when do you get romantic with somebody? That's the same as the feelings. Feelings and romance go together. If you got feelings for somebody, you're gonna be romantic. So they go together. When do you put your feelings in it? When do you get romantic with that person? You know what I'm saying? Because I was asked, am I romantic? And I was like, yeah. If somebody, if somebody do something, if they gift you and you're like, oh, that's so, it could be a way that you can be romantic. But I guess everybody have a different definition. Let's say, put it that way. What is y'all definition when it comes to being romantic? What is y'all definition of that? When it comes to being romantic to somebody. If I write you a beautiful, all-out love poem, is that not romantic? I put my heart into that. But, again, it's a different time, man. Everything is totally different now. But y'all got to get with me on this. I really hate that I couldn't go live. I was so pumped up on going live, and I thought I probably would catch people around this time, but and the reason I can't go live, I gotta get more people on these pages. But it is what it is. I'm not like I'm like everybody else. I'm not on here 24/7. I hope one day I can do that, but got a life. But anyway, y'all talk to me, man. The dating game is different. I want to just know what the breakdown is of the dating game. What, when it comes to the dating game, I want to know the difference now in, as far as from what it was when it was simple when we was out It was more, like I said, you see somebody, you like them, you give them your number. When we was in the club, man, they had the paper and the little pencils, and I don't know what they doing now. You know, they probably get you just passing your number around because you just texting. But then we had to write our number down and give it to each other, because I come from the days where you had pagers and all that stuff. So, you know, you would write your number down and put it in somebody's pocket. They either call you or they don't. But what's the difference now between then and dating game? Now it's definitely different out here. Now it seemed to me like I'm gonna finish this off, but it seemed to me like, for me, I'm a little bit in between. I was telling a coworker, I'm in between. When I was like in my 20s, I dated older women. I didn't date. I had probably had one or two my age, but for the most, I was really into older women. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at that age now where I don't know if I go older or if I go younger, but it don't seem like it matter, because everybody is doing the same thing, which is just playing around. Nobody is serious about nothing. And the crazy thing is, you're looking for your person and you're looking to connect and meet and get to know somebody, but man, they make you feel so sour in the mouth out here about how you are and what you bring to the table. And what I mean by that is, it's hard to be romantic to somebody nowadays, especially when they constantly judging everything you do and how you do it. You know what I'm saying? If you meet somebody and you take a liking to that person, you're gonna want to talk to them. You'll be excited about, you know, that person calling you or you calling them and talking to them. You'll be excited about, hey, let's go hang out, let's go do something. You'll be excited about that. But now, it's not even no excitement in it now. It's more like it's a lot of complaining. It's like, you know, people make you feel like you're bothering them too much. But at the end of the day, when it comes to that, I'm just like, what are y'all out here flirting for then? What are you flirting for? Because you're flirting for something. You're either flirting or you're looking for somebody to take care of you. You're either flirting or you just want somebody on the side. You're either flirting or you're just looking for a one night stand. Y'all need to put it out there what it is. I'm gonna start bluntly asking. And it probably not. I probably shouldn't, but I really want to just start. As soon as somebody flirt, what you want, what you looking for. But you know, you gotta. It's a way of how you do it. But y'all gotta let us know what are you looking for, because people do not want to waste their time. And for my people on my Facebook, man, y'all already know how I felt about wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be wasting your time, because time is of the essence. Especially when you my age. I don't want to waste my time on somebody who's not looking for what I'm looking for. I don't want to waste my time on somebody who's not going to be into me like I'm into them, because I come from a time where I've been cheated on. I've been with people who I probably slept next to, and they didn't love me the way that I loved them. And you feel that. You feel that energy. And a lot of people will question you, but they don't know that you feel it. You know that this is gonna be over soon, or you're gonna be bouncing. But you know, at this point in my life, after you done been through so much, and after you done been through all of that, you really don't want to deal with that type of stuff anymore. So this is why I wanted to have this question about the dating game. And Plano be throwing these alarms on out here, the sun just shining. But anyway, this is why I wanted to have this question about the dating game and what's your love language. I just want to know where we at in this era now. What's so different? Because it just don't seem, nothing seems real. It seems like everybody is just faking, and then when you start getting those real feelings, that's when you see the real person. So all in all, what's your do's and don't when it comes to meeting and dating people. What's your do's and don'ts? Hey, y'all, for real, this is going on my YouTube, so y'all get in the comments and y'all holler at me. What is your do's and don'ts when it comes to meeting and dating people? Tell me, what's your do's and don'ts? I'm gonna probably have a few of them. I'm not gonna say mine just yet, but y'all tell me what's y'all my don'ts. Forget it. I'm gonna say it. My don'ts is I'm not gonna do what I did on this last round. I put too much in the conversation and thinking there was a vibe there and there wasn't. I'm gonna definitely kind of sit back a little and be careful, but it's a couple of do's and don'ts I'm gonna do. I'll break that down to myself. But what's y'all do's and don'ts? I want to know, and then that way I can get in there and see what y'all doing and what y'all saying. Don't do this, do this. For y'all that's in these long-term relationships, talk to me. Married couples, LGBT, I'm talking to us. Talk to me. And I don't mind the straight people chiming in, but just don't chime in with stupid stuff. And that's where you got to be careful with this YouTube. But where we at with it? What's your do's and don'ts? Will you date when you're out here dating? This is a big question. Will you date more than one person at the same time? I'm gonna close the book on it because I hear everybody. I can hear everybody just shutting their phone and the internet off right now. Will you date more than one person? I can tell you right now, my answer to that is no. I don't have time. I'm not good at lying to people, and I am not going to be putting that much time into trying to be here and trying to be there. Now, I'll do it one at a time, and if I meet one person and we go out on a couple of dates and we realize this ain't what it is, then I'm gonna move on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be playing tag team and you know, I'm just not gonna do it, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know. I've never done that. But will you date more than one person at one time? Because I think truly a lot of people are doing that out here. And I'm not blasting you. I'm just saying, I don't know. Let them fucking know. You know what I'm saying? So I won't be wasting my time with you like that when it comes to time. At least I'll know that you here and you there. I don't know. Well, y'all talk to me about it, man. It's different. I'm just saying. I'm throwing this stuff out here. Talk to me about it. Tell me what's y'all love language, and give me the breakdown on what y'all see out here in the dating game. I already know a lot of y'all talking about the exes and stuff like that, because I didn't heard it. I heard one chick on a TikTok conversation was going off about it, and you could tell her energy, man. She was just over it, and I felt her because I'm like that too. I just don't be saying that when I'm on the phone with them and they start talking about their ex. I'm just like, ain't nobody trying to see you, Otis. You know, but like, tell me, you know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about the dating game out here? Is it real? Is love still out there? I need to know. Is love still out there? This 49-year-old woman needs to know. Is there still love out there? You know, I'm sure some of y'all will say, yeah, but you got to go out. When you say go out, are you telling me I got to go to the club to find love? But what it is, you know what I'm saying? Talk to me about it. What's your do's and what's your don'ts? And what y'all feel about this full communication on a text message? Because I can tell you right now, I'm over it, man. Like, we can text while I'm at work and you at work, but when it comes to these deep conversations and we have a moment to talk on the phone, especially when we're off, let's talk. Even when I've noticed, even when you got time, they still don't want to talk to you on the phone. They still want to text you. They have time to text you, but they don't have time to call you. I don't get it. It's not adding up. This dating life out here is not adding up. I'm telling y'all. It's not adding up, man. And I'm not gonna, I still believe in love. I still want to find my person, but I'm not gonna be wasting no time. Not like I did. I'm not gonna be wasting no time with nobody no more, man. I've been sitting, I think I sat back. I'm gonna start asking questions. And listen, ladies, don't ask me the same question 20,000 times. Oh my God, that drives me crazy. If I tell you no or yay to something that you asked me, don't ask me again and say, well, I just want to see if your answer was going to change. It's so much stuff. Like when they do that, it's like there's a problem there. Like, what are you fishing for? Some of y'all are over cautious. And I'm sorry, whatever happened in your old relationship, y'all got to let that go, man. Like, I'm in move forward, and yes, I've been through some heartbreak hotel in old relationships, and really I don't honestly like talking about it. I don't like bringing it up. Somebody brought that up to me, and it just hit me so hard when they brought it to me, and I had to talk to them about something, and it just brought me to some emotions I didn't want to feel. But that's a don't that I'm not going to do no more. The moment somebody asks me, I'm going to say, look, what's in the past is in the past. We now. And I'm past that person, but just because you pass that person don't mean that people got to know that they can tap into your past, and they can tap into your hurt feelings like that, especially when you've had time to heal. But even though you had time to heal, you got to remember you're still healing. Even as the more you go, the more you go forward, the more you heal. But yeah, man, I don't like when somebody asking me. If you ask me the question already, trust me, you don't need to ask me the question again, because I'm going to give you the same answer. I don't even know what that's about, but y'all talk to Big Key. Talk to me about the dating game out here. Talk to me about what it is. I'm talking to you married couples, you couples that be out here, saying you've been together in these long-term relationships, because y'all make it like, oh, I've been in a long-term relationship. You ain't never been in a long-term relationship. You don't know nothing. No, honey, I know something. I know I'm not going to stay in something that I see that there's things going on, and I'm just going to be accepting those things. But I'm not knocking your long-term relationship. I applaud the real ones, not the ones that are pretending and just roommates, the real ones. So y'all come in, chime in, talk to Big Key. Help me with this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it one. Hey, but that's my conversation. Again, I wish I could have went live. I'm a little bit sad. Kiki's Corner, man. But I'm going to hold on to my Instagram page there for a minute. We'll see how I do as the year come in. But holla at your girl. Tell me something, man. I'm out, y'all. Peace.